All right, you speedy comp people. Um, the short lived sprint is coming to an end. And I never loved sprinting. I was more of a distance runner because I could hide my lack of speed in the distance that I ran. I'm still that way. And so, for those of you who are more marathoners than you are sprinters, this has been exhausting. But the great thing about it is that it's really done. Kind of like taking off a band aid. You know, you can do it the slow peel, or you can just rip that baby off and get the pain over with, right? You were almost done. So last week was sort of our lighter week, and now we're full throttle again until the end. But the end is in sight. In fact, it's on the screen right now. For November 17th through 25th, the week that we're coming into, these materials right here are resources for you, and they are in no way mandatory reading. But if you haven't written a research paper for a while, or you want to make sure you're clearer than what maybe the course content tells you about this paper, um, that material is there for you to help you out. This is a final paper and it is a final exam as well. It's going to serve both purposes. It is a persuasive and problem solving position paper because that's what the college says it has to be. So please don't give me an informative topic. What I'm going to do this week is help you to help yourself, and we're going to screen which topics are going to work. You're going to send me a proposal and I'm going to give you suggestions, and that will happen pretty quickly. What I will try to do on my part is watch for your proposals to come in so that as they come in, I can get back with you right away. And if you don't see one getting graded that you'd like graded, don't hesitate to email me. Don't be shy. I can handle that. And I need the reminder sometimes because, too many irons in the fire, right? I'm going to talk to you about what goes on that in a second, but just want to show you the big picture of how this is all going to fit together. We're going to come back. This overlaps the 17th through the 25th. If you look at a calendar, I'll just take you into my personal calendar. The 17th through the 25th goes right up until Thanksgiving. And so that gives you a little bit of time. Now, where was I? Um, Here we go. It gives you a little bit of time, extra time for to get this completed. Now, you can kind of rob Peter to pay Paul. For example, if you feel like you can get your research proposal done by Sunday at midnight, rather than waiting until the 25th, which is a Wednesday, that might work better for you to start your research earlier because when we come back this December 1st through 7th is crazy town. In fact, I just went in to double check to make sure that we really had that much time. But it is true that this eighth week is exam week, and I just am going to ask that you have your paper in by Wednesday. So basically, a week and a half to get your research and proposal done, a week to write it and edit it, and then on that Wednesday, the 10th, it has to be in by midnight that night, because I've got to be able to turn it around right away and give you a grade on it and call it done for the course. And then you'll turn it into your online portfolio here at the college. So, back to what is done do so what I was trying to say with the dates, the reason I throw that out there is I put a little bit of extra. I did it two different ways in the two different versions of this class. For my longer version class, I only gave them 1 week to do the proposal and I gave them a little bit more time to get the final draft in. Obviously there's not one right way to do it. The deadlines here are the deadlines, but if you want to work ahead, i I personally would advise it. To me, the proposal is pretty simple, but the actual writing and editing would take me a little bit longer. But however you slice it and dice it is fine. Let me go with you to the classroom real briefly here to show you some things that might be helpful to you. Okay. Okay, so if we go into research part one, here's the announcements. They're going to give you an overview of everything, and then believe that here is where we'll find the parts of the proposal. I know if you took Comp 1 here, you use proposal writing in a slightly different way. So I don't want this to be confusing to you. Uh, this is kind of a grouping of assignments, as I explained, because of Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm struggling a little bit. You know how you wait too long in the day to do something. One of my teaching partners always jokes with me that we should never do anything after 4 o'clock. I'm having one of those days. Okay, this is the page I meant to show you. Unit 5. You did the other part already. This is a pre-writing, just a kind of the prompt, what's going on with this paper, so you know what you're up against or what you get to conquer. And this is what I want in the proposal. I want your research thesis. This is a working thesis, it can change. Your college requires a formal outline. You may use any kind of formal outline you wish, and a preliminary works cited. I want the sources to be in works cited form, and I want to show you something while we're here in Word with this particular document. I didn't realize this, and maybe this is just a new thing with Word, or maybe I'm just really slow. But if you click on References and choose MLA 7th edition, which is the most recent, Insert Citation, which is add a new source, and choose the type of source you're using, it will create a works cited for you. It's a great little engine. There's other ones out there, but this is right in your Word document, which I think is particularly convenient. I want all of your sources to be in works cited format now. Even if you change your mind on some sources, that's okay. I don't expect when you turn this proposal in that all of your sourcing will be all, I mean, it's going to have some changes, but I want you to prove to yourself that there is stuff out there that you can research. So by having it on this sheet for your proposal doesn't mean that it's one that you're really using. It means it's one that has potential. And that brings me to my next suggestion, and that is within the college we have a subscription to Info Ohio, and I'm going to ask that you start there. I'm just going to put this up here. You have a username and password that the college gave you. There's a database called EBSCOhost, or you can do an academic complete search, and these are the best places to find your research material. So if you have trouble with that site and need a little help, let me know, but there should be some links through our library and so forth. This is all digital. I don't care if your entire paper is digital, but I do care if your sources are credible. They need to be fairly current, they need to be from reputable sources, and I prefer that they come from this database. So just going to throw that out there as you do your research, and the only other thing to keep in mind is that your paper has to be clearly persuasive or problem solving. So ask yourself what you really want to accomplish through your paper. Persuasion is slightly different than argument because persuasion asks people to change. Argument just asks somebody to think about something. All right, have a great week.